Here it comes, yeah.
I think those are mine. Those are yours.
Oh, mine are already.
Good evening, everyone. Definitely a pleasure to be with you this evening. This is my 13th budget hearing as superintendent of the Wethersfield Public Schools, and my final one. As you know, the Board of Education has begun its work, actually began its work back in the January-February time period, and has worked diligently to craft a budget that we feel really tries to strike the balance of meeting the needs of our students, meeting the needs of our staff, as well as being responsible to the taxpayer. So, in a nutshell, this is the abridged version of a presentation I made before you, the full council, on the 17th of March, as well as a presentation to the Board of Education prior to that date. For the 24-25 budget, we currently have an operating budget of $64,937,803. The proposed Board of Education budget for 25-26 will be $68,153,339. This is an increase of $3,215,536 over the current operating budget, a percentage increase of 4.95%. Just to go through quickly the budget process and revisions, we had a series of budget workshops held over the course of 3 Saturdays in the month of February. Our original proposed budget increase started off at 5.47%, or $3,550,596. This included the following needs and requests: 3 math interventionists. These were positions that we had lost after ESSER funding ran out. We're looking for an additional social worker in district to support mental health. We were looking for 5 elementary security guards. We saw that as a gap area. Wethersfield, as you know, Wethersfield Public Schools faced a threat on September 11th of this year, and we feel that it was necessary to include such support in the budget for next year. We're also looking in that 5.47% to get a special education teacher. This would be over at Silas Dean Middle School, again, to meet the needs of our students with special needs and keep them in district as opposed to having to go out of district. The board also looked to add an EL supervisor. This is an administrative position, and this position is designed to support our 10 EL teachers across the district, as well as our approximately 400 ELL students. We're also looking to maintain Wethersfield High School ACAP stipends. ACAP is an alternate program for our students at the high school who are looking to gain the credits they need to graduate. It's an alternative opportunity for students, and they attend from 3:15 in the afternoon to 5:15 on a daily basis. We are currently subscribed in that program. We have 13 students that are earning credit toward graduation as opposed to dropping out. Again, the other piece we're looking at is the pre-K expansion, 1 special education preschool teacher and 1 speech pathologist. This was a request we made in the budget last year. And then finally, we're looking for an in-school suspension coordinator at Silas Dean Middle School to maintain consistency with the one we have at the high school and reduce the frequency of out-of-school suspensions at the middle school. Over the course of February 8th and February 22nd, we had 2 more budget workshops. The board worked diligently with our administrative team, and we revised the budget with the following amendments. We adjusted the math interventionist positions from 3 to 1, so that 1 individual would be at the elementary level and would rotate through schools. It's not optimal, but certainly something that we would look to do. We've adjusted the elementary security positions from 5 to 3. Again, that would be the scenario where our director of security would be involved in setting a schedule to rotate those guards across the 5 elementary schools. And we did adjust budgetary hours for our elementary recess aides, which support our students out at recess. We have a mandate. We must provide recess, a certain number of minutes of recess for all of our students in K through 6. With all of those adjustments, we came in with a revised proposed budget increase that you see here tonight of 4.95%. Again, this is a slide that you see every year. The vast majority of our budget is tied up in salaries and benefits. And again, this is not unusual. It's typical among districts across the state. We're about 83-84% of salaries and benefits. Show you some of our historical budget increases. Over Over the course of time, we came in a little bit lower than what the council-approved budget increase was for last year. Just to give you a comparison, these numbers are updated from the previous presentation. Multiple boards have now set their budgets. We have two columns here, DIRG D, that's a district reference group where Wethersfield falls. These are all DIRG D districts. So you can see a variety of numbers where districts have come in. And then others along with their reference group. So for example, Avon in DIRG B came in at 4.29%. Down to Westbrook in DIRG E below Wethersfield at 3.45%. So the average settlement with regard to Board of Ed budgets is around 5.34%, according to the Connecticut Association of School Business Officials. And again, I want to point out also, this slide you've seen before as well, we have seen an increasing number of high-need students. Those are students who are English language learners, students who are eligible for free and reduced lunch, or students that are receiving special services under an IEP. Just to go quickly through budget factors, as I mentioned before, salaries. The salary increases are a total of 5.5%. That encompasses all of our bargaining units as well as increases for our non-affiliated members. One of the things that you've heard is the retention issue and the difficulty that districts are having retaining and recruiting teachers. I will say we have negotiated over this past year. We settled a contract with the teachers union, we settled with the nurses union, and we settled with the secretaries, paras, and tutors union. And I think we were consistent with what the average contractual increase was across the state. Looking at benefits, again, we have maintained a health insurance premium increase of 6% throughout our deliberations. And again, we'll wait to hear back from the town with regard to pension and OPEB contribution amounts as this work continues. Contracted services, again, we do feel the effects of inflation. There's no two ways about it. Everything is costing more. Again, I think one of the things that we look at too is with total transportation budget, we do have a transportation contract with an outside provider. We're looking at an increase of approximately 3% based on contractual terms and anticipated outplacement routes. One of the things that I will say is we work hard with other surrounding towns. If we have students that are in outplacements and we can ride share to find cost savings, we certainly will do that. And again, we're looking at total tuition. It's increasing $225,000 due to projected enrollment, including an increase in the number of students receiving specialized services. As I've said, year in and year out, special education tends to be the wild card. We may have a family that moves in over the course of the summer where a student requires IEP services beyond what we can provide, and I have an obligation legally to provide services for that student in the least restrictive environment. Supplies, again, speaking to the issue of inflation, our supply accounts are increasing an aggregate of 8.62%. It's interesting, total instructional supplies throughout the district account for only 0.71% of the proposed operating budget. So when we're looking at ways in areas to cut, there's not a lot here we're able to cut. Again, with property, equipment is increasing 15.96%. And again, we're looking to replace musical instruments throughout the district. We've done that over the course of the past 2 years. This is the second year of that. And one of the issues with that is we've got so many more students playing instruments. It's a good problem to have, quite frankly. And then just with regard to budget meetings and presentations, as I mentioned, we had the 3 budget workshops. I presented the budget to the Board of Education where it was approved on March 11th. It was forwarded to the town by charter on the 15th of March. I presented on March 17th to council. This evening we are here for the budget hearing, and then we have our meeting with town council coming up on May 1st. So we look forward to meeting with you, answering any further questions you have, and hopefully coming up with a budget that meets the needs of our students and balances with what the needs of the taxpayers are. With that, thank you.
Thank you, Michael. And as I said last time, but I'll repeat again, we thank you as a community for your 13 wonderful years and your dedication to Wethersfield and to all of our kids in our town. So thank you for all that, Michael. I know we have Michael here, and I know he's coming back on May 1st. There's any quick questions from counselors before we go to the town manager's report? And then after the town manager's report, we'll open it up to the public to speak on any budget item, school-related, town-related. But any quick questions of any counselors on the Counselor Dirk?
Thank you, Mayor. I'll keep it quick. Mr. Emmett, thank you for a detailed presentation. Just a quick question regarding the first graders in web school. We have 27 kids in the classroom. I don't see anything here being mentioned. The budget, is that being taken care of in some other way, or?
We will look to see, that's a great question. We will look to see what we have in terms of availability to potentially collapse another class. It's not an additional budget request, but we'll look to see if we have class sizes across the district that are lower where we could collapse a class and expand there.
And that will be effective next school year?
That's what we'd be looking at, yes.
Okay.
Correct.
Thank you.
All set, Counselor Dirk? Thank you. Further, Board Deputy Mayor Forrest?
Thanks, Mayor. One, and quickly, the increase, the budget, there are several positions that you're looking to increase.
Yes.
Are those positions presented in priority order?
In priority order, yes. So
Okay.
what I would want to do first and foremost would be to get the security guards. Then I would go, after the security guards, I would go with the preschool. Following preschool is a special ed teacher. And then beyond that, ELL director.
Okay. Thank you very much.
No problem.
Promise
All
quick.
set. Thank you. On the security guards, Michael, are we able to get, I think I may have asked this before, and I believe the board got it, can we get what our nearby towns have for elementary school security guards? It's my understanding that some have them in every elementary school, some don't have them at all. That would be helpful. I know you guys decide that we just give you a number,
Yes.
budget, but I would like to,
Yes.
for the council to see, I think you've done some research in
I
there.
have that, sir.
Okay,
Yes.
Great.
Happy
Thank
to
you.
share that.
Anybody else for? No. Thank you again, Michael.
Thank you.